Hey, Dishon, career best 14 points for you against really one of the better paint defending teams in the country. What did you kind of see in the defense that allowed you to find some room to really contribute on the offensive end tonight?
The scouting report said they're going to take it easy on the inside. They try to defend hard on the inside, but today I saw some gaps in their defense. They weren't playing me as hard as the other teams do. So I just told my teammates to get it inside, and I'll make the play.
Do you feel that now, after getting a few games under your belt, especially in conference play, do you feel like it's been easier to settle into these games, especially coming in as a starting role rather than coming off the bench?
Yeah, definitely. More and more experience is definitely good for me. I feel like I'm getting better every game. I just got to keep to the grind and keep working.
Awesome. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Ryan Root, go ahead.
Hey, Dishon, it seemed tonight that anything you guys were doing, it seemed like it was getting answered by USC. What sort of happened this game that prevented this team from chipping away at that lead?
Well, it was us. We made some mental mistakes that we could fix, but stuff happens during the course of the game that's sometimes out of your control. So I think next time we need to clean up our mistakes, and we'll have a better chance of coming back in these situations.
How is your chemistry sort of developing with Isaac Bonton, and how do you see that chemistry sort of taking you guys throughout the season?
Isaac is my brother, man. He's a great guy. He's a great teammate. He loves everybody involved. He's a vocal guy. He'll tell you when you're messing up, and he'll tell you when you need to turn it around, and he'll tell you when you're doing good too. So, he's with me through the highs and lows, and I'm with him. So that's a good teammate for me.
And lastly, for you, Dishon, what does this team and maybe yourself have to do different heading back home this next week? And how can you guys sort of get better for this next game?
Definitely cleaning up turnovers and just locking in on the defensive end. I think sometimes we get worried about offense a lot. So that's just where we got to clean it up, because sometimes when we get worried about offense, it translates on the defensive end, and they get easy points just off of our mental mistakes. So I think that's what we need to clean up.
Any other questions for Dishon? Theo Lawson, go ahead.
What were you guys doing well late in the second half when you were able to close the gap to 4 points there against USC? I believe within the last 5 minutes it was a 4-point game a few times there.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
You guys closed the gap to 4 points late in the second half. What was different there late in the game when you guys were able to get it to 2 possessions against USC?
They started letting up. They felt they got comfortable with the lead that they had, and they just started letting up, and we put our foot harder on the gas. And then when they start pushing back, we kind of let up. So we just got to keep fighting. That's what happened.
What has to happen for you guys to be able to finally kind of fix the turnover issues and commit less than 15, 16 turnovers in a game?
Just being smarter with the ball, making the obvious pass and not rushing when we catch the ball in certain situations. Like, for instance, when we catch it in the high post, I made some mistakes sometimes rushing with the ball in my hand. So I just need to survey the field and make the smart pass.